What brings OSHA into your job site? These are the things that bring them in. Number one, if you have a fatality or a catastrophe, you're guaranteed pretty much that you're going to have a visit from OSHA, because they want to find out what's going on within your organization. That catastrophe event is going to now go to any hospitalizations, amputations, or loss of an eye. Employee complaint. This is the one area you guys have the most control over. This isn't going to be a surprise, because I guarantee you, the minute you would get somebody that called you up and said, hey, we received an employee complaint, and here's what the complaint is, as soon as you hear the complaint, you're already going to know what employee complained to you. The point is that you should be listening to your employees. Even if you don't agree with what they think is a hazard or what they think is a problem, work with them so that they get to understand why you don't see that as a problem, or what you need to do to make the change to make them feel better about it. Because if you ignore it, this is where it's going to come back to get you, because eventually they're going to come and talk to someone who's then going to come in and take a look at that. Now, there is a caveat with this, because OSHA does look at this and say, okay, if it's a formal employee, they look at that, that could be sour grapes. You know, they now quit the company, now they're trying to get back at the company, whatever the case is. So what they're going to do is they're going to, probably give you a phone fax. So they may call you up and say, okay, here, we just got this complaint in, give me your fax number, we'll fax you over the complaint. You have 10, I think, business days or 10 calendar days to answer the report in. Depending on how well you answer the report, will determine whether or not you get a visit. But now if you have an employee, a current employee, makes a complaint and is willing to sign their name, and they're protected by the Whistleblower Act, you're going to get a visit. They're just coming out. That's all there is to it. You're not going to get prior notification. They're going to come see what's going on. Okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. Any observed unsafe act is also going to be in here. So this is what gets construction guys all the time. You're 3 stories up without fall protection. Are you highlighted? Obviously you are, right? And I guarantee you that OSHA is going to record this before they ever come on your job site. They've already seen what they need to see. All they have to do is see it from a public way, and all they have to do is record it, and they've already got the stuff for a citation, okay? Keep in mind, the person that gives the citation is not the compliance officer. The citation comes from the area director, okay? So the compliance officer, all he's doing is going out there and identifying problem areas, possible citations. He goes back to the office. They have to act like law enforcement. So years ago, they would just come into a place and they would actually just willy-nilly hit whatever businesses they wanted to hit without rhyme or reason. Well, that's no longer the case. So what OSHA said, or what the court system said to OSHA was, you're law enforcement, you have to act like law enforcement, you have to have reasonable causes to why you're going to go in and take a look at a particular organization. One of those is those first 3 things, but also site specific. So that information they ask you to fill out and send to Kansas City, that's what they use for their 14,000 letters or so that go out every year about this time. And they're notifying you in the coming year you could be on their list for visitation. All right? They also give you some opportunity. They say you can talk to your workers' comp carrier for help. You can also get a hold of the state for the on-site consultation program. But there are places that you can go. Now, just because you get the letter doesn't mean that they'll absolutely be there, because they cover these other things first. But it could certainly mean that you're going to have a visit. So I'd be prepared. All right? We had that discussion yesterday, and the fact that you have certain rights. And I know that this gets passed around. You can ask them to go get a warrant. I wouldn't do that if I was you. All right? And the reason I'm going to say that is because the minute you tell them, no, I'm denying you entrance to my organization, go get a warrant, guess what you just highlighted for them? Well, there's a reason that they want us to go get a warrant. They're hiding something. So the only reason I would tell you ever to go that particular route is if you felt you had something so egregious, so wrong, that you can fix it in 4 hours and have it all covered up, then do it. All right? But I guarantee you that you're not going to get anything fixed in 4 hours. So my suggestion, I know, I'm on recording. They know what I would say. I tell you to go ahead and let them in and follow the rules and treat them like you want to be treated. Let's go one past that. Not the golden rule. We're going to use the platinum rule. Treat them as they want to be treated. All right? You show attitude. You show that you're not happy with them being there. they're going to show you that they're not happy being there, and they're going to show you the same attitude back. And they're going to have the upper hand. Treat them with respect. Treat them as you would treat anybody else coming into your organization.